All right, shalom, boys here. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do a video attempting to address all of the controversy regarding my posts in these groups, specifically Living Off Grid and Black. Okay, so recently I began to share a lot of content on my views with regards to what's going on in the Black community. Now, I've lived set apart for the past 10 years out on my homestead with my family, which I have grown, and I've had virtually all my children out here in the country with my wife, learning how to do this thing. And I must say, we are quite successful at it. But during the last 10 years, we've seen the literal disintegration of the Black community. We see the rise of single motherhood in the trend. We see the crime. And now what we're seeing now is an increase in police violence against Black women. We're seeing Black women getting pulled over without tags and license plates. They're getting dragged out the car. It's the same video time and time again. I did nothing wrong. Get off me. Don't touch me. So forth and so on. We see the literal disintegration of our young men. And they're just running rampant all throughout these communities. The murders up in St. Louis, Chicago, Memphis, New York. We see the homeless population. And now you have this trend called Black fatigue, where even Black people are saying enough is enough. This is a serious problem. So what I've been doing is I've been simply posting videos about these issues that's been taking place in the Black community. And the number one demographic of people that have been triggered by these videos are single Black mothers. We know that single Black motherhood is an epidemic in the Black community. We have more single mothers. If you look at the statistics, 1 in 4 Black women will ever get married. 1 in 4. You have the vast majority of them are single mothers. This is not something that I made up. But when you talk about this stuff and when you bring this stuff to light, you'll get called, you hate Black people, you hate Black women, you hate your own people, who hurt you. Why are you bringing Black people down when you're just simply addressing the issues? And then what I do is I post things that are going on in my life, which I feel, and which the administrator feels as well, because they allow me to post it, of things that I'm doing to say, okay, this is the problem, this is the solution. The solution is, and a lot of people are against it. I understand, and that's okay, and that's fine, well and dandy, but a lot of people are against strong Black traditional families. I see it in the comments. But the fact of the matter is that the last 3 or 4 controversial videos that I posted, it's only a small number of people that are mad. But I also get the vast majority of people heart and like and share the videos. And they say, yes, I agree. I understand where you're coming from. Look at the comments. Look at the videos. I can go and I can look at the demographic of people. I'm looking at this video that I did. Makes sense. It sounds to me that they're crazy. I have 40 people that like and heart it, but I have 11 to 12 people that don't like it. I have a whole bunch of people that says, I agree. I agree. I agree. He ain't lying. I'm looking at these videos and I get much, much more support in what I'm saying than the people that are against it. This other video talking about Black fatigue, right? You got a lot of people that feel triggered by it. Why? Because they're taking it personally. They feel as though it applies to them. Now, if degeneracy and this kind of stuff doesn't apply to you, then why are you offended by it? Why are you offended by it? And then the people that I see that are offended by it, They're not married. They don't have children. And I'm going to address the biggest 800-pound gorilla in the room, which people are not going to like what I'm about to say. But you have all of these single mothers, right? And they're all offended. And when you look at their profiles, the number one people that are triggered, that call me names, call me disparaging comments, right? And they say, I hate black people. I'm against black people when I have a black family, right? I'm raising black children. But when you look at their life, you don't see any kind of representation of the solution to the problem. You don't see, again, any kind of solution to the problem. But they say, what does this have to do with living off grid? Well, I can tell you, out of all of the people, I would put myself in the top 10 people that are successful at living off grid, living set apart, raising families. And I'm going to tell you the 800-pound gorilla that's in the room. The fact of the matter is that homesteading is a family thing to do. All of the most successful homesteaders that I know are families. They're not single mothers. They're not single women. They're not even single men. They are families. Because it takes a family to do all of that. I can't tend to the children and raise animals and tend to the garden and work. I can't do it. It requires a family to do. Homestead Heart, Tammy Bites, myself. And I know dozens of other homesteaders that are families. I don't know, and if you can point it out to me, I don't know any successful or any single mothers or single women that are doing homesteading. What is homesteading? Raising goats, chickens, animals, living off grid, all of that kind of stuff. Now, I do see single women that are living in campers out in the woods. That's not homesteading. That ain't homesteading. Living in a camper out in the woods is not homesteading. See, what we want to do is we want to redefine what these things are to fit our personal ideas of what it is, and it just doesn't work that way. Just like we got to redefine what a man is in order to make everybody else feel good. Or we got to redefine what a woman is. Or we got to redefine what a child is to fit all this woke garbage. So this is why people are offended so much by my posts. I'm sorry. This is not a single mother adventure. If so, show me. Show me a single mother that's out here that's doing it. There may be one or two, but it's not. I'm not seeing a large majority. You know why? Because a lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck and they don't have the money to go out and buy land, let alone set up a homestead and set up all of this stuff that's necessary to set up in order to live an off-grid life. This is an extensive, intensive, labor-intensive teamwork effort that is being done. Now, there's people that go out and they do backyard gardening, and that's fine. That's fine, but that's not homesteading. That's not off-grid homesteading. They're on city water. They have a mortgage. They have debt. That's not homesteading. That's backyard gardening. I know because I used to do backyard gardening in the suburbs. So this is why a lot of people are offended, particularly these simps and these single mothers. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Many of you will never, ever live this life. If so, show me. Show me. A lot of people, they will never live this life. They don't have the resources. They don't have the skill sets. They don't have the intellect. They lack the economics. They lack the drive. They're living paycheck to paycheck. They got debt. They got children that they have to tend to. There is a direct correlation between these things. And I put this out, and again, I'm called all types of disparaging names. You got Satanists in here. You got, it's amazing to see the people that comment. Me, I'm not offended at all because I understand what's really going on. So you can make all the disparaging comments about me that you want. It's still not going to change the fact that vast majority of people, they're not serious about homesteading at all. They're not serious about being black and off grid or homesteading or Hebrew. They're not serious about any of that. I can look at a person's life and tell if they're serious or not about this kind of life. And I can tell you because I've been living it longer than probably a lot of these other homesteaders have been living it. I was doing homesteading before it became popular. It just became popular in COVID. A lot of people are recently just going out and buying land. But the number one people that you see going out and buying land are families. They're not single mothers. They're not single men. That's not homesteading. Now, if you want to go and get a pop-up camper and buy an acre of land out in the woods and bathe in the creek and stuff like that, there's people that do that. Fine, no problem, whether it's men or women. If that's the life that you want to live, you have a right to live that life. It's not expensive to do that. You can buy a little acre next to a creek for $2,000-$3,000. Get a pop-up camper, a little camper, a old beat-up used camper, and get out there and live your life. But it's not conducive to family life. It's not conducive to any of these things. So this is why people are offended and they attack me. They call me all types of names. I hate black women. I hate families. Why do you disparage families? Who hurt you? You got mommy issues. When you're just pointing out simple facts of the problem that we're having in the black community with the degeneracy, with the complete destruction of the black family, which is a fact, and nobody doesn't want to deal with that. So instead of dealing with this fact, they feel comfortable in attacking me. And the other people, which again, I must say, the vast majority support what I'm saying. Because if I was saying something so out of pocket, I'd be banned from the group now, wouldn't I? But you have all these single mothers that are angry because they're single, they're alone, they can't get no man. You know why? Because they mouth. They're real mouthy, and I can tell by the comments. Nobody don't want to be with nobody like that. Black men are fed up of this rebellious, I'm a boss babe, bitch, bad attitude. It's dead. It's done for. The highest evicted. Student loan debt. Who want to deal with that? So y'all can make all the disparaging comments that you want. It ain't going to change the fact that many of these people are not going to be living off grid anywhere. They're not. Period, point blank. You ain't got the money, you're broke. You ain't got the infrastructure. You ain't got the support system. It is what it is. So instead of making a whole bunch of comments, prove me wrong through the mannerism of your lifestyle. That's what I do.